Oh, hello, it's you. I haven't seen you for light years.
Yeah, I know, I've been busy. I've had too much to do.
Yeah, well, no worries. None of us are human. You should have a holiday. Get a change of scene. After all, the world's your lobster, literally. I mean, these days you can just go anywhere. Like we were just saying, out of all the holiday destinations, for me, Italy beats them all, pants down. I mean, I just loved it. It was right up my cup of tea. We had this amazing tour guide when we went to the Vatican. Things she told us were absolutely fascinating. I mean, she knew all about all those old religious buildings and that, because she used to be a caramelised nun, see? Really knowledgeable. Anyway, she took us to the 16th chapel to have a look at the al frescoes that were painted by Michael Andrews when he was hanging from the ceiling. And but then we hit a bit of a snag. Eh?
Why was he hanging from the ceiling?
Oh. No, I don't know why he was hanging from the ceiling. I think it might have been because he was a Catholic. After all, they all did it, didn't they? Like there was Nostradamus hanging from the belfry and all that. Anyway, what happened was that my wife, she was craning her neck to look up at the paintings when, for some apparent reason, she put her back out. She couldn't even walk around, let alone stand still and keep talking. So we had to make an appointment for her to have a constipation with an orthopath. Well, when we got there, he was Italian, obviously, but it didn't matter because he knew English off by heart. He was one of these guys who don't take themselves too seriously, you know. He had this sort of self-defecating sense of humour. He was a laugh. Anyway, he said in the end that things like that often happen to people like my wife because she got a sedimentary job, see. She spends all day at the computer and she don't move around very much. So in the end, he said she had to go and have an MRI scan.
An MRI
down
scan?
At the hospital. You what?
An MRI scan?
Yeah, MRI scan. That's nuclear magnetic resonance. What it is, see, is they put you in a scanner and it takes a picture of all the invertebrates that run up and down your spinal column. Well, my wife, see, she's dead nervous about hospitals and all that. And when they put her in the scanner, she was absolutely putrefied. I mean, she was white as a goat. But you got to hand it to her. She bit her stiff upper lip and in she went. I mean, she's got guts, my wife. She was emaciated in the women's lubrication movement in the 1970s. So, you don't mess with her. Anyway, they showed us the pictures afterwards, and what it is, see, is in between the vertebrates and your backbone, there's these, like, compact discs. Bits of cartridge, right? And when they wear out, all the ectoplasm comes oozing out and it squeezes against the scientific nerve that runs from her lumberjack region all the way down her legs. And that's what causes the pain, see? I mean, it stands to reason, really. I mean, it's not rocket surgery or anything. You don't need to be Eisenstein to understand it. And it didn't turn out too bad in the end. They put her on a course of inflammable tablets, see? And she got better. I mean, she got better in time for the carrot at the end of the tunnel. That was when we got tickets to go and see a concert by the Bournemouth Sympathy Orchestra on their Italian tour. Well, we got there and there was going to be an opening act with Placebo Domingo, but he couldn't make it in the end, so they got this piano player out first and he played some music by Ravel and then some shopping list. And then there was the icing on the crown of the whole thing. They got the whole orchestra out and they played The Bum of the Flight Will Be by Rimsky-Korsakov. He's an Italian composer. I mean, he's got to be with a name like that. But wow, what a tune. I mean, they played it at 400 miles an hour. You've got to be a real virtuous performer to do stuff like that. No wonder they got a standing ovulation at the end. The trouble was, I hadn't eaten since lunchtime and by the end of the concert I was absolutely ravishing. So we went and we found this little restaurant in a lovely little village house. It's like a family business. I think there must have been keen gardeners or something because there was these lovely chlamydias climbing up the walls. And we went in and we sat down and we ordered a giraffe of red wine and everything. And I said to my wife, it's lovely here, isn't it? I mean, we ought to stay for a bit longer, like another couple of weeks. But she said, no, we got to get back in time to vote in the general elections because we're not on the electoral register here. And oh, just a minute, there goes the phone. Hello? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, no problem. I work 24/7 on weekdays, but I'm inundated with work over the next couple of weeks. Oh? Oh, you're his neighbour, are you? Yeah, he's a really nice guy. No, he's not Indian. He's from Samoa. That's one of the islands in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, well, see, he made the mistake of trying to get two birds stoned at once. He got the yellow pages out, and he just picked the first advert for inferior decorators he could find. Well, that opened a whole can of hot water, and they turned up at his place with this shiny black van, you know, all gangster-like with tinted windows and double exhaust pipes, all that. I mean, all the Belgian whistles. What a load of cowboys. Well, yeah, that's right. When crunch comes to crunch, it's always the same, innit? The truth of the pudding's in the future. I mean, it's not the Indians it's the local cowboys that are bringing the whole profession into disrepute. We just got to have the humidity to admit it. Still, it's all water under the fridge now. You what? Oh, yeah, right. I'll give you a starting date as ASAP as possible. Yeah, all right, mate. Okay, cheers, mate. Yeah, bye. That was one of my regular customers. Oh, everybody's gone. Did I say something?